Hello, yogis, and welcome to your quick hit fix yoga with weights class. 20-minute class, so let's get right to it. Coming to tabletop position with your weights at the top corners of the mat. Feel free to do this class with no weights at all, and always have blocks handy just in case you might need them if you normally practice with blocks. Otherwise, shoulders over your wrists, 2 fists widths apart, knees underneath your hips, 2 fists widths apart. Draw your navel to spine so you're not hammocking your low back. And we're just going to warm up the spine with a few cat-cows. So inhale, chin and tailbone lift, blossoming through the sitting bones. And then full length of your exhale as you round your spine, pressing the earth away. Breathing in. So these next few rounds of cat-cow, why don't we bring some gratitude into them? If you wish, thinking of 3 things you're really grateful for. Gratitude, gets you present. It just takes everything up a little bit higher in your vibration. You just always feel better after a little bit more gratitude. Right, come on back to the center, breathing in. Curl your toes under, bring your bottom back to your heels, and walk your hands a little further forward toward the top corners of the mat, giving you that beautiful long spine. Root your fingertips down, and then lift your sitting bones up and back to downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the heels, shake out your head as you move into your first dog into your body. Root down through those fingertips again, and that inner seam of the arm, hug both inner seams of your arms toward each other, from the wrist to the armpit. Draw your shoulder blades away from each other. And then reining in your downward facing dog, feet to touch the back of the mat. Lift your right leg high. Bend your right knee, yawn your hip open. Maybe circle out your ankle joint a couple of times. Try to keep your shoulders nice and square to the earth. Now, square the hips off too now and pull yourself to high plank pose, or you can also place your left knee down as you bring your right knee to the back of your right elbow or higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep the right leg high. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. That warms things up pretty quickly, doesn't it? Squaring everything off and take that right knee to the center of your chest. Dome the back to the ceiling. Tuck your right thigh to your chest, your right heel to your bum. Point the toes for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your right leg high. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. And then square the hips back off, shoulders square as well. Come on into your high plank pose. Right knee to left elbow or higher. Dome that upper back. Hips and shoulders square to the earth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Right leg sweeps. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. Square everything off, look to your thumbs, and place your right foot between your thumbs. Flatten your back foot down. Bit of a 45-degree angle. Press your feet down to come up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, breathing in. As you exhale, open on out, heel to archer, heel to heel, Warrior 2. Flip your right palm up to exalt, breathing in. And as you exhale, take your right forearm to right thigh, palm facing the ceiling, left arm over left ear, lateral side angle. Roll your left shoulder head back, big breath in. As you exhale, look to your right toes and circle your left arm down toward the earth. Fingertips might graze the earth. Come back to Warrior 2. As you exhale, sink a little lower. Right palm flips, exalt, breathing in, and then float your hands to frame your right foot. Pick your back left heel up. Step your right foot back. High plank pose, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down, cross your ankles, bring your bum over your heels, and roll yourself all the way on to your backs. Flipping like a pancake this morning here, getting you into some lower abs. Flex your feet. Press your heels toward the ceiling as your arms come down by your side on a 45, palms facing down. Draw your navel to spine like you have a big belt buckle on and you're pulling it to your spine. Now lifting your heels like you're imprinting your heels into the ceiling, lifting and lowering. Don't worry about how high the hips come. I'd rather just see the hips go up a paper width from the earth as you press your heels up and no rocking back and forth. Then we lose our core engagement. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, navel to spine. 3, relax your jaw, the back of the neck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30, 2, 3, holding a tray of water on your feet. And if you rock back and forth, the tray will fall off. 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to get the abs in there somewhere. 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7. You're doing great, you guys. 6, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Knees into your chest. Waking up those lower abdominals, rocking side to side. Big breath into the nose. And let all that go. Exhale, breath. Cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your palms, step back to your high plank pose and into your downward facing dog. Have your feet touch at the back of the mat, root your fingertips down, hug the inner seam of both your arms toward each other, lift your left leg high. Bend your left knee, open up your hip, maybe circle out that left ankle joint a couple of times, then square everything off, pull yourself to high plank pose, maybe place the right knee down if you need. With shoulders over top of your wrist, bring your left knee to your left tricep and hug in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Press the earth away. 3, 2, 1. Left leg sweeps, breathe in. Exhale, bend your left knee, open your hip. Square everything off. Left knee to the center of the chest. Dome the back away from the earth. 8, 7, 6, 5. Hugging in. 3, 2, 1. Left leg sweeps, breathing in. Awesome work, you guys. Bend the left knee, open up your hip. Square back off. Left knee to right elbow or tricep or higher. 8, 7, 6. Hip shoulder square. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg sweeps. Open up your hip. Look to your thumbs, square everything off. Step your left foot between the thumbs, right foot flat. Pressing down to come up, Virabhadrasana 1, breathing in. And opening out, Warrior 2. Heel to archer, heel to heel. Turn the back foot in a bit, root that heel down, set the leg up and the glute on. Left palm flips to exalt. Keep your left knee bent. As you exhale, left forearm comes to left thigh. Right arm over right ear, lateral side angle. Roll your right shoulder head back, breathing in. And as you exhale, look down to your left toes. Reach your right fingertips toward the earth. Come on back up to your Warrior 2. And can you sink an inch lower with that knee over ankle no further? Left palm flips, exalt, breathing in. Framing your front left foot. Square everything off. Step the left foot back, join the right foot whole for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to your knees, cross your ankles, roll all the way onto your bottom and send your legs out in front. Onto your back now. Arms again by your side body. You're going to bring your knees into your chest, lift the hips to paper width again, lower the hips, step down, and tap your toes to the ground. So this is going to be your first variation. There's plenty of core work going on right here. And if you want a little bit more, you're going to extend the legs out, maybe really close to the earth, maybe on a 45. But drawing the knees into chest, we've got a little double crunch going on here. So we're just going to do 4 more of these. 4 more. You can also have your hands back by the base of the skull, but your head stays down. 3. I like my arms by my side. 2 and 1. Awesome work, you guys. Knees into your chest. Rock a couple of times side to side. Big breath into the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Exhale, breath. Cross your ankles, opposite one on top this time. Rock all the way forward. Plant your palms, step your feet back, and then go on back to downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat and step to the top of the mat. Half lift and lengthen, breathing in, and exhale, bow. Bend your knees, pick up your weights, root down slowly, round, and roll yourself up. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Awesome. Now you're going to bring your arms to cactus position right on here and step your right foot back into Warrior 1 stance. Heels are aligned with your hip bones. They're not in front of each other, your feet, but your shoulders are square to the front wall. So as you inhale, exhale, working our pectorals, resist your elbows coming together and resist them coming apart. Exhale. Inhale. If you're on an inhale or an exhale, it doesn't matter if you're not matching mine. The most important thing is you're breathing in and breathing out, using your own body resistance to help strengthen your upper body here. Okay, so one more time. I'll actually do 2 more times. And then 1 more time, elbows coming together, resist them coming apart. And then beautiful, bring your hands back to home base. Opening out to your Warrior 2 stance. Now we've got the heel to archer, heel to heel alignment. A nice working lunge in the front leg, hip no lower than knee line, knee over ankle line no further. So we're getting ourselves a nice work effort going on in the lower body as well as supporting the upper body as it works.
So you're going to take your waist down in front of the navel. Legs stay quiet as they are as you resist these weights coming apart and resist them coming together. Little lateral raise out to the side. I call upon my inner Hulk here. So I'm wearing my green pants. Exhale, coming together. Inhale, no higher than shoulder height. And again, if you've got really light weights, you're going to, again, use your own body resistance to strengthen. 2 more times. Breathing in. Exhale. 1 more time opening. Exhale together. Beautiful. Now turn your palms away and slow motion bicep curl these weights to your shoulders and start to straighten out your left leg and shorten your stance a little bit. Now you have more of heel to heel alignment. You're going to press your feet down and pull them in toward each other and inner thighs as well. This adduction will help support your upper body in its work effort and also have you working your lower body at the same time. Now press through the right hip, hinge your left hip and micro bend the left knee as you put the back of your left hand inner left thigh, right hand right over your right shoulder. So you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, come back up to your Trikonasana and then hinge from the left hip again. So you're continuing to pull those inner thighs and feet toward each other to bring you that support as you work the sides of your core, your obliques, and your lateral stabilizers where the low rib and hip meet. This becomes too much for your low back at all, you're going to keep your waist at your chest line and continue to hinge and unhinge. All the while keeping a micro bend in your front left knee to keep it safe, like you're trying to bend it and straighten it at the same time. Let's do 2 more of these. Exhale, and 1 more time. Bring your weights back to home base. Let's find that warrior 2 stance again, preparing for exalted warrior. Hovering your right hand over right thigh and bend left elbow. You're going to tap your left elbow to thigh as you exhale and draw that arm over your ear. So the key here is working as much on the way up as the way back down, adding that resistance in both directions, and all the while hovering your right hand over that right thigh. Let's do 4 more. Keep sending your left shin to the front wall. That work effort going on in the lower body at the same time. Last 2, and 1 more time. Beautiful. Now you're going to come back, taking your right weight back to home base, your left weight back to home base, and you're going to start to straighten out your left leg and spin your all 10 toes toward the right side of the room. Okay. Now from here, you're going to slowly hinge, maybe soften the knees a bit. You're going to hinge and bring your weights down under your heart line. Lengthen the spine till shoulders in line with the hips. Toes can be slightly in, heels slightly out, preparing for your lateral raises to the side. So from here, you're going to take your elbows out to the side, resist the weights coming together, and resist them coming apart as we're working our rhomboids and serratus on the back and the sides of the back here. Lifting your inner arches up, igniting your thighs while you soften the back of your hamstrings. Good. Little fly out to the side. 4 more. 3, last 2, and 1. Weights to the center of the torso, come all the way up, breathing in. Now, you're going to bend your left knee and take your left heel above your right ankle bone. You can put your both weights into your right hand for now. As you take your left heel maybe higher on the leg to the calf or inner thigh below or above the knee. For the sake of some extra wobble today, I'm going to get a nice deep-rooted foundation in my tree and put the heel above the ankle bone. And now, elbows under shoulder line, wrists in line with the elbows, a nice simple bicep curl here. Up and down. So again, I'm resisting on the way up, I'm resisting on the way back down as I breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to do 4 more. 3. Last 2. And 1. Beautiful. Hands to the hips. Step your left foot back out nice and wide. Arms by your side body. Then you're going to turn your left toes to face the front. Place your weights down at the top corners of the mat. Square everything off. Square the back right heel off as well. Step your left foot back. High plank pose or from table. 1 foot at a time comes off the mat. Little cardio burst here or a double plank jack. 2, 3, hugging those upper arms toward each other. 6, try to let there be very little bounce in the hips if you can. 2, 3, I'm sure I'm bouncing a bit. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your shoulders slightly ahead of the wrist. Lower knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga variation of your choice. Breathing into baby cobra or up dog.
Exhale, hands down, curl your toes under, bring your bottom back to your heels. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Big breath in and a bigger breath out. Lift your heels as you breathe in, bend your knees, step to the top of the mat. Half lift and lengthen, and exhale, bow. Bend your knees, pick up the weights, press down slowly round, and roll yourself up. Okay, bring those arms back to your cactus position. You're going to step the left foot back now into warrior one pose. Heels in line with hip bones, square the shoulders off to the front wall. You resist those elbows coming together and resist them coming apart. Like there's opposing magnets on your elbows, and they won't want to come together and they won't want to come apart. All the while knitting your front ribs in and back, navel in and up. Staying long in the sides of your body and your low back. We're going to do 2 more and 1 more. Awesome. Weights back to home base, opening out to warrior 2. Okay, so now from your warrior 2, you're going to take the weights down in front of the navel, sending your right knee out to the wall to the right of you. Now, keeping the lower body as it is, heel to arch or heel to heel, you resist the weights coming apart and resist them coming together. So the whole back body is working as a front body, as is the lower body, because you're in a nice working lunge. Out and in. Let's do 3 more. Out for 2 and in for 2. Out for 2. That inner Hulk, draw upon it. Last 2 and in. 1 more time. Out and in. Now turn your waist away from yourself. Slow motion. Bicep curl those weights to your shoulders and start to straighten out your right leg and shorten your stance a little bit, preparing for triangle or Trikonasana pose. Micro bend the right knee. Press through the left hip, hinge in the right hip, put the back of your right hand to inner right thigh, left hand directly over left shoulder. So you'll inhale, exhale, you're going to unhinge in the hip and inhale to hinge. Exhale, unhinge, inhale to hinge. So we're using our hip hingers rather than our spine to work the sides of your body, keeping your low back safe. And again, you can always bring those weights to your chest if you need as you hinge and unhinge. And all the while, I am pulling my inner thighs and my feet toward each other to support the upper body and to work the lower body at the same time. It's the beauty of yoga and weights. We get it all happening at the same time. And 1 more time, come on back, bring your weights to home base, re-lengthen your stance to warrior 2, heel to arch or heel to heel, root that back heel down, zip the leg up, turn the glute on. Hovering left hand over left thigh and bend right elbow. You'll tap that right elbow to your thigh and inhale, reaching up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. All the while hovering that left weight over left thigh. Let's do 4 more. I'm pulling down as much strength as pressing up, resisting, like I'm pushing the ceiling up with my right hand. And 1 more time, pulling down and pushing up, and then slowly bring your right weight back to home base, your left weight back to home base. And you're going to straighten out your right leg and spin your all 10 toes to the left side of the room. You're going to hinge forward, put the weights down for a moment, get your shoulders in line with your hips, navel drawing the spine. I'm going to say hello. There we go. So now from here, your little side raises out to the side, your reverse fly out to the side 1. So belt buckle the spine here. Ignite your thighs, soften the hamstrings, and lift those inner arches up. And imagine you have something small between your shoulder blades and you're pulling it down your back, like a little chestnut between the tips of your shoulder blades. I always imagine that. 4 more. 3. Last 2. And 1. Okay, weights back down if you need, or weights to your chest. Slowly bring yourself up, navel to spine. You're going to bend your right knee and step your right foot beside your left foot. I'm going to turn to see you again with your right heel above the ankle bone. And again, elbows under shoulder line, wrist in line with elbow. Nice little bicep curls. Resisting on the way up, resisting on the way back down. 3, 4. And it's hard because like I usually heavier weight. So these are a little bit lighter for me. So I really got to be conscious of working on the way up and working on the way down. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Weights to home base. Okay, you're going to step that right leg back out. Turn your right toes forward. Frame your right foot with the weights at the top of the mat. Step back to your high plank pose.
All right, from here, opposite knee to opposite elbow or tricep under the body. Under the body, little mountain climber. 10, 9, 8, 7. This is it, you guys. Last cardio burst. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High to low chaturanga if you wish. Pull through up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Come down to the knees, cross your ankles, roll your bottom over your heels, right onto your backs. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take a gentle twist together, taking your knees over to the left, your gaze in whatever direction feels good for your neck will feel good for your low back. We did it, guys. 20 minutes, yoga with weights. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat and allowing me to guide you through your practice. What an honor. Quick hit fix yoga, 20 minutes and done. Whole body workout. You've started your metabolic fires that'll be burning for hours after class now, and you boosted your mood. That'll be burning for 20, well, they say for 10 hours after you move, your mood is boosted. Okay, come on back to the center. Mine certainly is. Take your legs out nice and long. Feel free to add a hip opener, back bend to your practice if you have time. Otherwise, we're good to go here. Take as long as you can in your Shavasana. Namaste.